For centuries, the sea has been both a source of hope and fear for humankind. For fishermen, it meant livelihood. For merchants, wealth. And for explorers, new lands. But at the same time, with its vastness and mystery, it also concealed humanity's greatest fears. One of the most powerful symbols of those fears is the Kraken. The name of the Kraken was first heard along the misty coasts of northern Europe. In the Icelandic sagas of the 13th century, they mention a giant sea creature called Hafgufa. This creature was so enormous that it was sometimes mistaken for an island. According to the tale, some sailors anchored their ships to this island, only to realize too late that it was in fact the back of a colossal beast. As the body moved, the ships were swallowed by the waves. This story vividly reflected the fear of the unknown sea in that era. The legends were not limited to the Kraken. In the ancient Greek seas, tales were told of mermaids and their more frightening counterparts, the Sirens. In Homer's Odyssey, Sirens lured sailors with their enchanting songs, leading ships to crash against the rocks. Reports from medieval European sailors occasionally mentioned beings described as half woman, half fish. Even Christopher Columbus wrote in his journal during a voyage in 1493 that he had seen mermaids, though he noted that they were not as beautiful as expected. Scientists believe these eyewitness accounts were actually misinterpretations. Today, we know that the creatures sailors mistook for mermaids were most likely marine mammals, such as manatees and dugongs. Their elongated bodies, the way they raised their heads above water, and their habit of cradling their young with flipper-like forelimbs while nursing created the illusion of a human-like silhouette in the weary eyes of sailors. Months without seeing a woman, coupled with hunger and exhaustion at sea, could easily transform these animals into mermaids in the sailors' imaginations. Over time, these legends spread from Scandinavia across Europe. In the 16th and 17th centuries, sailors voyaging the North Atlantic spoke of monstrous beings with enormous arms. Norwegian fishermen claimed that this creature appeared especially in the summer months, and when it surfaced, schools of fish gathered around it. For this reason, some fishermen attempted to fish nearby. But with this opportunity came great danger. For while the schools of fish promised abundance, a sudden movement of the Kraken could spell doom for ships. In the 18th century, Norwegian naturalist Erik Pontoppidan described the Kraken in detail in his famous work. He portrayed it as a creature the size of half an island, and wrote that it was seen off the coasts of Norway. According to Pontoppidan, the Kraken's back was so vast it looked like a landmass on the surface of the sea. He noted that seeing the creature often ended in death, and recorded that it was widely regarded as real among the people. Another significant source is the work of French naturalist Pierre Denis de Montfort in the 18th century. Montfort created illustrations of giant octopuses attacking ships, claiming they were based on sailors' reports. In his drawings, immense creatures wrapped ships with their tentacles. These depictions fueled not only imagination, but also fear among the public. At that time, ships often disappeared without a trace. Alongside storms and technical limitations, the Kraken's name was invoked as the cause of such vanishings. In the 19th century, giant squid carcasses washing ashore created a sensation in Europe and America. Enormous specimens discovered along the coasts of Newfoundland and other parts of Canada made newspaper headlines. Especially during the 1870s, After the disappearance of ships in the Atlantic, these creatures were frequently brought up in speculation. Modern science has revealed that the truth behind the Kraken legend lies in the giant squid. Scientifically known as architeuthis ducks, these creatures can reach lengths of up to 13 meters and live in the dark depths of the ocean. For centuries, people only encountered them when dead specimens washed ashore. For this reason, they were long believed to be impossible to see alive. But in 2004, Japanese researchers photographed a living giant squid for the first time. Then, in 2012, moving footage of a giant squid underwater was recorded for the first time. Yet scientific evidence did not diminish the allure of the Kraken. For the Kraken was not just a sea creature, but a symbol of nature's might and mystery. Every unexplained maritime disaster, every vanished ship and crew was attributed to its existence. Each new rumor made the legend grow even further. Over time, the Kraken transcended folklore to become a cultural icon. Jules Verne immortalized the giant octopus in his famous work, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. In the 20th century, cinema brought the Kraken to the screen. In Clash of the Titans, it appeared as the curse of the gods. In the Pirates of the Caribbean series, it became one of Jack Sparrow's greatest foes. In video games, comic books, songs, and artworks. The Kraken is no longer just a sea monster, but a symbol embedded in humanity's collective subconscious. Likewise, mermaids transcended folklore to appear in fairy tales, paintings, and modern stories. Born from the fearful imaginations of sailors, these figures still capture fascination today. Even today, the question remains unanswered. Did the Kraken truly exist, or was it merely a product of human imagination? Were mermaids really seen, or were they simply marine mammals misinterpreted by weary eyes? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. Giant squids living in the deep sea may have formed the basis of the Kraken legend. Similarly, manatees and dugongs may have been the root of the mermaid myth. But the fears, exaggerations, and stories built around them transformed these creatures into something far greater than simple animals. One thing is certain: the oceans are still full of mysteries. In the depths unreachable by the human eye, thousands of undiscovered species still live. And who knows? Perhaps one day, we will encounter a creature as immense as those described in the legends.